Hi, hello everyone, welcome back to my video channel. So what about this video? On which topic I'm doing this video? So any guesses? See, you can make a guess by looking at on the screen. Yeah, that is the one, that is the topic digestion. Okay, so as I used to tell in my videos that you can I'm just sharing my notes, so you'll get all the notes, and also you can prepare for the examination. So wherever you need, you can just pause the video and you can watch it. Okay, and this is my notes, and the very simplest note which I used to make a more notes. Okay, so that help me to make it simplify, and you can answer for answer for the questions that they are asking in the examination, like for 5 marks 10 mark questions, like that also you can answer by these notes. So I am feeling this is very simplified and very informative, and there is no something like using a more complicated English word or nothing like that. Very simple, easy, and I am hoping this video is going to be helpful for you all, guys. Okay, now let's start with the topic. As you are saying, as I said before, yeah, in this video we will discuss about digestion. Okay, so before that, in the lower classes we have been studied, I guess we familiar with the word digestion, right? So here are the few questions that make us to recall the previous knowledge. Okay, and here the first question is, what are the basic need of all living organisms? Okay, so if you have to say about basic needs, the basic needs are oxygen, water, food, shelter, sleep. Okay, these are the basic need of all living organisms, and in one of that we are studying about food now, because we are talking about the digestion. Okay, the next question, what are the major nutrients or components of food? So in the food, what are the major nutrients and components are? So here the major components are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. Okay, so these are the major components, and if you have to say in fats, you are going to get the water soluble not fats, sorry, vitamins. In vitamins we are going to get the water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins, and then coming to minerals, we are going to get the macro minerals and micro minerals. Okay, and also in carbohydrates it can be divided into many types, like disaccharides, monosaccharides, polysaccharides, like that. And proteins, again there is a classification, but these are the as I'm focusing on the digestion topic. So if you have to say about the components of food, these are the components of food, that is carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. So then that means that the food that we are intaking, it contains all these components which are necessary to build the body, or growth of the body, or overall development of the body, or to the nourishment of the body. Okay, these components are very essential which are present in the food, so that we can say the food is the basic necessity of a man, and food is that which nourishes the body, and it is a mixture of different nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, and these nutrients are essential for growth, development and maintenance of good health throughout our life, we can say, right? Okay, now so we got to know the food contains all these components. So how these components are digested by our body? Okay, how it is digested? So that's why we have to understand the digestion. See how beautiful it is. So ನಾವು food ತಗೊಂತೀವಿ, ಲೈಕ್ ರೊಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಚಪಾತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ವೆರೈಟೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಫುಡ್ನ ತೊಗೊತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೇಗೆ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್, ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸಿ that creates curious on our mind that yeah, we should have to know how the digestion is going to happen inside our body, right? So here so if you have to say what is this digestion means, the digestion, what is digestion? Digestion can be defined as, it is a physiological process of splitting the macromolecules, macro means the bigger size molecules, and non-diffusible food, okay, into micro diffusible ones. Okay, that means the digestion, it simply means that the bigger molecules are converted into smaller molecules so that our body can absorb it. Okay, that is the meaning of digestion. I guess this is very simplest one. Macromolecules are converted into micromolecules. Now the next question, so what are the two types of digestion that both takes place in the stomach? So there are the types of digestion here. Those are two types, that is mechanical and chemical. The mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. What are the main organs of the digestive system? Here the main organs of the digestive system are pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, etc. So okay, these are the major organs of the digestive system. So dear friends, students, now we have to learn more about digestion. Okay, these are the basic things. Now in this video we will learn more about these things. Okay, so what are those things? So in this topic we are going to study about short introduction that I just said now, and then we will discuss the definition of digestion I have given, but we will go in more particular, and types of digestion. I have mentioned the names of the digestion. We will learn with the definition in detail. And then parts of digestive system, I just mentioned the parts of the digestive system. We will learn how in these parts the digestion is going to occur. Okay, and then we will learn about the balanced diet. What is balanced diet? Because we know that so see, if body has to function properly, we need all kind of vitamins, all kind of minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, especially for the growth, and the fat. Okay, all these things are needed, but we should know so how much quantity needed, needed by our body. So that's about the balanced diet. We are going to discuss about that, and then digestion of carbohydrates, digestion of proteins, digestion of lipids or fats, and in the end I will just give some conclusion or summary so that you can remember very easily. Okay, and here if I have to say these questions, they may ask for 5 marks, 10 mark questions. So be concentrate on this part, and this part if I have to say, they may ask for 1 mark questions. Okay, so let's start with the introduction part here. So introduction, I have given very small introduction here. So as I said before, food is the basic need of all living organisms. It provides energy required by the body for growth, repair of the tissues. And also the water that we intake plays an important role in metabolic process. Okay, and also dehydration of the body. So why we are taking the water? Because it provides even essential minerals and also it helps in the hydration of the body. Okay, and then these biomacromolecules in food, that means nothing but the components of food like carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, okay, all these things cannot be utilized by our body in their virginal form. So that's why I said before, so in virginal form only they cannot utilize. So that's why they have to be broken down or converted into simple substances in the digestive system. Okay, now the next point is how the digestion process is going to start. It starts in the mouth. Okay, and then it ends in small intestine. Okay, and the food that we are ingested means that we intake. Okay, so that undergoes a process of systematic enzymatic hydrolysis. Okay, so namge I said food big size alli irutte, adu now we should undergoing a breakdown into a smaller pieces, I said, right? So how it is going to take place? With the help of what? Okay, to the help of enzymes. Remember, this point is very important, and how it is undergoing a process very systematic enzymatic hydrolysis. Okay, so water jate matte enzymes, these things will helps in the breakdown of larger molecules into smaller molecules. Okay, and this point we know that it is repeating again. Our food consists of complex proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids, vitamins, water, mineral salts, etc. We know that, right? And then now the next point, the digestion requires enzymes or secretion. As I said in this point, obviously the digestion is going to occur, or it is going to occur with the help of enzymes. Okay, and their secretions, and where they are these going to produce? These going to produce in the glands of the alimentary canal, or you can say the alimentary canal have another name. It is also called as GI tract. Okay, it is also called as GI tract or alimentary canal. You can say both. And by the associated glands. So which are those associated glands? Or salivary glands, pancreas and liver. These are the associated glands of the alimentary canal. So so that's about the introduction part. Now we will move on to the next one, which is that is the definition of digestion. We are completed with this, right? We are completed with this. Now we will move on to the second one, definition of digestion. So what is the definition here? So more in particular, as I mentioned, so I don't have to repeat again because I have mentioned it. I guess you have some idea on this. Digestion is the breakdown of larger insoluble food molecules into small water soluble food molecules so that they can be absorbed into the watery blood plasma. Okay, so as I said before, it is nothing but breakdown of larger insoluble, which are not going to soluble in water, okay, food molecules into smaller water soluble food molecules so that they can be absorbed in the watery blood plasma. So I guess this is a very simple definition for the digestion. Now moving on to the next one, which one that is we completed with this also. Now we will move on to the types of digestion. The types of digestion here are, the first one, there are two types of digestion based on the location of food vacuoles. Okay, in that first one, intracellular digestion. Okay, intra means within. Okay, so there are two words that can make us confuse. Okay, but I will clarify this here, many of them will confuse. See, look at here, this is intra. Okay, intra means within. Okay, this is within. Somehow the pronunciation looks same, that's why some of them will get confused. So remember, intra means within. There is another word called as inter. See, inter, so pronunciation alli ನೀವು find out ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Inter means between two, like this. Okay, inter means within this, intra means within, inter means between. Okay, I hope this one is clarified here. So the first type of digestion here is intracellular digestion. Intra means, as I said, within. So let's look at the definition here. Digestion which is going to take place within a cell. Okay, that is called as intracellular digestion. And the second one, extracellular digestion. It is the digestion which is going to occur outside the cell, but in a cavity or in a lumen of the digestive tract or within an alimentary canal. That is extracellular digestion. This is going to occur in humans. I wrote in pencil. I hope you can see it. So as the human beings, we have extracellular digestion. That means that it is going to take place outside the cell. We have a canal. Okay, like this, alimentary canal. Okay, alimentary canal, or you can say lumen. Okay, lumen of the digestive tract, like this, on a alimentary canal or on the lumen of the digestive tract. Now, okay, there are another set of classification of digestion or types of digestion. Here the first one, as I mentioned before, based on the mode of digestion. Based on the mode of digestion, there are two types, that is mechanical digestion, the second one is chemical digestion. See here, this is very simple. We can understand some of the things by looking at the word itself. Okay, mechanical, it's just by, it is going to occur without the help of any chemical reaction. Okay, it is only by physical work. Okay, that's about the mechanical. Chemical means using some chemicals it is going to digest. So mechanical means, here the digestion of the food going to take place mechanically means, so just imagine ನಾವು ಊಟ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಮಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ, ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ತುತ್ತು ಊಟ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳೋದೆಲ್ಲಿ, ಮೌತಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಮೌತಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಥರ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ವಿತ್ ದ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೀತ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಗ್ರೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಸಲೈವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ mechanical digestion. Let us look at this mechanical digestion here. Mechanical digestion, which is the physical breakdown of food by chewing in the mouth. Okay, food na chew ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು particular word ಇದೆ, I have wrote in the pencil within the bracket, that is masticulation. Okay, chewing in the mouth. Okay, and grinding in the stomach. This is done primarily to increase the surface area for exposure to digestive chemicals. Okay, so before the chemical digestion ಹೋಗೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ it should undergo mechanical digestion so that it will help to expose to the digestive chemicals. So by mechanical digestion ಇಂದ ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಲೇಟರ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್, ಸೊ ಈಸಿ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ನಾನು ಶಾರ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಅಂತ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಎಂಜೈಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್, ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ರಾಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್. ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದ using enzymes. So chemical digestion is the breakdown of foods by substances such as bile acids, etc. This process also starts in the mouth, as saliva contains some digestive acids, but in the main part takes place in the large intestine. Okay, that's about the chemical digestion. Now there are another set of I mean this is the different set, means digestive system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ 2 types ಇದೆ. ಇದು types of digestion, okay, that is intracellular digestion, extracellular digestion, mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. But another set you can say this is about the digestive system, okay. There are 2 types of digestive system, okay. So the first one is incomplete digestive system, another one is complete digestive system. Here incomplete, as in the name indicates, ಅದು complete ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, incomplete ಆಗಿದೆ. Why it is called as incomplete? Because so in some of the organisms like lower organisms, what happens, there is only one thing. So ಮೌತಿಂದನೇ ಫುಡ್ ತೊಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಮೌತಿಂದ ಫುಡ್ ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಫುಡ್ ಇಂಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಅದರಿಂದನೇ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನೇ ತೊಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೌತ್ ಇದೆ, ಸೊ ಮೌತಿಂದ ಫುಡ್ ತೊಗೊತೀವಿ, ಮತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಅನದರ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಏನಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಏನಸಿಂದ ಅನ್ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಡೈಜೆಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಓಕೆ. So it consists of digestive cavity with one opening. The single opening serves as both mouth and anus. Okay, this single opening is going to serve as both mouth and anus. That's why it is incomplete. And this is complete because one is going to act as a mouth, another one is going to act as a anus. Okay, that is complete. This is complete digestion. So consists of digestive tract with 2 openings. One opening is the mouth, another opening is anus. Okay. Now we will so that's about the types of digestion. I guess we have completed this part. Now we are moving on to the 4th part, that is parts of digestive system. Now we will look at the parts of digestive system. So ನೀವು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತಂದು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಫಸ್ಟೇ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ digestive system. First, now we should have to remember, when you say about digestive system, we suddenly should remember the alimentary canal or GI tract. Okay, so this alimentary canal, it's about 9 cm in length. So usually ನಾವು 15 cm scale na use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. Just imagine it is just 15 cm long ಕೂಡ, just it is 9 cm. And now it includes the following parts. Okay, our digestive system have these following parts: oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. So this is the diagram which I have drawn to very in easy form, not complicated. See, so first we will learn about within the square bracket. Okay, square ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೋಡೋಣ. The first one part ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ for the time being. The first one which I have mentioned is oral cavity. Okay, this is the oral cavity or mouth region, we can say, which includes the tongue and teeth. So listen carefully, I am explaining one by one, concentrate, and even you don't have to write these things in your examination, which if they ask to draw the diagram. Okay, leave out these things, but you have to label all these parts which are wrote in the square bracket. Okay, the oral cavity. Okay, oral cavity is nothing but it has a tongue, okay, and the teeth, and we have pharynx. Actually it is going to share between the digestive and respiratory passage, that is pharynx. And then we have epiglottis, okay, that directs the food down into the esophagus. Esophagus ge mogake epiglottis help ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. And then we have esophagus. Okay, sorry, esophagus. So this esophagus is going to transport the food into the stomach, the next part, that is stomach. And here in the stomach, the food is breaks down the food and begins the digestion. So here from the digestion is going to start. Here itself it is going to start, but here the mechanical digestion is going to take place. From here the chemical digestion is going to take place. And then the liver is going to secrete bile acids. Okay, and then we have gallbladder. This gallbladder stores the bile from the liver. Okay, and the next one is pancreas, digestive enzymes. And then next we have duodenum. Okay, and then the small intestine where the food is digested and absorbed. And then we have large intestine that absorbs the vitamins, minerals and water and produces the feces. And then the last part we have the rectum, the last part of the large intestine that stores the undigested food. And this is the last part, anus. The small intestine parts ಹೇಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ, these are the small intestine parts, that is jejunum, ileum, and then we have the duodenum. Okay, so these are some of the parts of the digestive system. Now we will move on to the next one. Which one we are going to study? The next one that we are going to study is, I guess we have completed this as well, we are going to study about the balanced diet. So now let us know what are these balanced diet is. The balanced diet means this balanced diet is going to vary from person to person. It depends upon the age and it depends upon the activities that they are going to involve. Okay, and let us learn about this. Here the first point is which contains right proportion of all the nutrients. Balanced diet andre it contains right proportions of all the nutrients. What are those all the nutrients? All the nutrients are nothing but carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals. Okay, all these things should be in a right proportion, in a right quantity. So that food actually makes the balanced food. And balanced diet is differ from person to person and it depends upon the factors like age, sex and physical activity that they are going to involve. For example, the growing children and pregnant women requires more proteins than energy rich compounds because they are in a growing stage. Okay, the children and pregnant women, they request proteins are the ones which helps in the growth and development. Okay, those are the ones they are more involved in the growth and development of a body. So that's why the growing children and pregnant women requires more proteins than energy rich components. But the person who is involved in a physical activity, for example ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮೆಷಿನ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಅಂಥವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ rather than the proteins. Oh, that's how it is going to vary. And then here the diet which contains carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals faces in correct proportion, that is actually called as balanced diet. So what is that right proportion means? So in terms, if you have to measure in terms of calories, here it should be the proportion should be like this. Okay, this is for the normal person and this is the general diet for the normal person. Okay, the carbohydrates it should be present in 64%, lipids should be in 21% and protein should be in 14% and minerals and vitamins should make 1%. So totally it forms the 100%. Okay, so this is about the balanced diet. So now balanced diet ಬಗ್ಗೆ study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So I guess from this we have completed up to this year introduction. We completed introduction, definition of digestion, types of digestion, parts of digestive system and balanced diet. So now we left with another 4 topics. So and these 4 topics are very very important for the examination. These are just on 1 mark which we discussed right now. These are just 1 mark questions or 3 mark questions and these are also important, but for long answers we should have to learn this part and I have given very much in a simplified and easy manner and I'm going to do the make video on this topic in the next video. I will do in the next video and before studying this thing, don't forget the basic that I have taught in this video. Okay, I hope this video is very helpful for you all guys. If this video is helpful, please do share and subscribe so that will encourage me to do more. I need your support. Thank you very much. All the best for your examination.